Hey, welcome back to Daily Hope. You know, there's a news article that came out a few months ago about a piece of art that sold for $6.2 million. And you know what this piece of art was? The artist, on his way into the gallery, literally bought a banana for 25 cents, took out a roll of duct taped the banana to the wall of the gallery, and he said, "That's my piece of art." And because of the fame and attention and everything else, there was all this bidding, and some tech multimillionaire paid $6.2 million for a banana duct taped to the wall. After he bought it, people said, "What are you going to do with it? The banana's going to go bad." He said, "I'm going to eat it." And he literally ate the world's most expensive banana. Now, most of us would look at that and we'd say, that is pretty ridiculous to spend $6.2 million on a banana. But we've been learning in recent weeks that when we take an eternal view, our lives on earth are really like the preview before the movies. They're the appetizer before the meal. And any material wealth that we stockpile here on earth is really just as temporary as that banana. The acreage of land is a banana. The buildings are bananas. The real estate, the stocks, the bonds, the gold, all the material wealth, it's really as disposable as a banana in eternity. Matthew chapter 6, Jesus says in verse 19, "Don't store up treasures here on earth where moths eat them and rust destroys them and where thieves break in and steal. Do," verse 20, "store your treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. Where your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will be also." Let's pause there. Is Jesus saying that every believer must take a vow of poverty and you can't have any nice things? I don't believe Jesus is saying that. King David had a lot of nice things. Later, we'll look at a passage in 1 Timothy 6 where God says, "Command those in the church who are rich to do this and that and this and that." And so there were people who had a lot of material wealth in the New Testament church. Jesus' ministry was largely funded, if you look at Luke chapter 8, by a woman named Joanna, whose husband was a manager in Herod's household, and she was wealthy, and she funded a lot of Jesus' earthly ministry. God uses wealth. But what Matthew 6 is saying is, where is your treasure? Is your treasure in heaven? If someone were to take an accounting, how much treasure do you have on earth? How much have you sent ahead to heaven? Which one is more? And which one is where your heart is? And Jesus says, if none of your financial investment is in heaven, don't fool yourself into thinking heaven is where your heart is, because wherever your treasure is, that's where your heart is also. Interesting words. We're going to continue through this passage, and I'll see you tomorrow.